sawmill. They're just getting her set up here. We had to move it from down below there.
Oh,
Is that some of the hop stacks?
Yeah, that's Bob there. Bob.
one time, years ago, there used to be big old trees up right in that field there. We'd come out there and just before Halloween, and a bunch of those school kids went over there and herring, I guess it was. Had a bunch of turkeys up there in the shed. We went up there and stole a bunch of them young turkeys and took them out and cooked them up. The girls cooked them. They caught us, and old Bob Forgy, he was with us, and he squealed on the whole bunch of us. They got us. Of course, they knew about who done it, and he owned up to it. So we thought that we had to pay for, I think, $3 and something a piece for them turkeys. They had the old hen left, so next day or two, Dean and I, we come out and got the old hen and killed her and hung her up in that tree there.
Well, where was the road, Dad? And I want you to tell us about that when you got hung up with the pig. Tell us what you
that's
doing.
it. That old house used to be right over in here. You went up and then down through, that was all wheat field in there. I had that home brew, and it's a 2-story house, and I had the home brewing upstairs of it. I was ready to bottle, and I come over one night to bottle it up. I had that little old Chevrolet, and I was sneaking along. I got down to that hayfield there, I turned the lights out so nobody'd see me go in there, and I got down there, and pretty soon that car started bouncing, the old pig squealed, and the sow would run under it, and just picked the front end up. I stood there squealing, and finally got off and her, and I got the hell out of there. Went back the next night, then bottled that home brew up.
So you want to go on out here to the mill, and then we can come back and go out to Depot Place?
This used to be an awful hill here for them old trucks, logging trucks, lumber trucks. 4 corners, they called it all the time. Them days, them old trucks didn't have the stuff they got nowadays.
Now, this next place down the road, just where you get to the old Fresh Mill, and that where when we lived, Doris and I were little kids, and you guys were staying over here, you was working at the mill, didn't you used to come across, or Mom did, to get milk and butter from this guy?
Yeah, them Klings.
Kling, yeah.
Bert Kling there.
Bert Kling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heard all the people there in camp would go there and get milk, butter, and eggs.
Daddy, he's the one you said would get drunk and she'd shoot him with a BB gun?
Yeah, he get drunk and got out there on the hay rack one time. Thought she couldn't get at him with a pitchfork, and she went to the house and got the air rifle. Shot her in the hind end. He said it just hurt like hell, he said. She got him out from under there. Theo Kling that her name. Yeah, you tell them stories. You get drunk and have them.
He's the one that had that team of horses he always called big sons of bitches.
Yeah, he always had a logging team that did the little regular horses. Wasn't very big. Wasn't the big sons of bitches. Yeah, that old place looked about the same.
That's where Jay Holt's Miller is.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh. What now? Here at the mill, you told about the old shop you guys would get together.
Yeah, here's where right here, that whole side there is the cabins.
Where the trees are.
Yeah, we rent them cabins. That cost us $5 a month for rent.
Where'd the mill set? Right in here then,
Well,
Dad?
over here, Gilmore.
Okay, yeah.
Well, I can remember the old pond being
Uh-huh.
It's still there, ain't it? Part of it.
Yeah, part of the mill set right back in there. The lumber yard is over on this side here. No, there's no sign. That's all houses over there,
On that
shacks.
hillside over there.
Ain't the signs of any of them anymore.
The doors they used to go get candy at it. I can
Was
just read it.
Daddy,
They had
that's
a
the place
store
where you
there?
had to work for
They had a
script
store.
part of the time?
Do what?
You got paid by script, didn't you?
Yeah, we played poker and
Yeah.
script. They finally stopped it, and I had quite a bit of that script money. We lived off of it.
You know, there's part of the old pond still
Yeah.
there.
A guy running the store come over that night and told me they're going to shut her off the next morning, so I went over and he opened up the store and let me cash them things in. I remember one thing I got, I don't know why, I got a case of that cocoa. Make him the drinks, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know what else.
You want to go on straight
Yeah.
out here to the
Yeah.
cabins, Rosie's cabins, or you want
Yeah,
to go
let's
this
go
way?
straight and then we'll turn around and come back.
Now this is the road we used to drive old kid bus on, kid wagon.
Now that was when you and Mom was first married.
Yeah, and I was driving before we was married.
Uh-huh.
Old Travis Clark working for him. He furnished the horse, the hay and everything, furnished the team and give me $50 a month. He got $100 a month for, they'd bid on it, you know. He bid and got lowest bid $100 a month just so I could drive it, have some school money. Old Travis pretty good to me.
I remember the time we come up here hunting, the first time we started seeing white-tailed deer. Remember that up here?
Mhm.
Yeah, down here in
Yeah.
Myers Ridge.
You know, it started over in Zolton Creek.
Well, you thought that was something, wasn't it, to see a white-tailed deer?
Mm-hmm. No, I made a lot of trips out this old road. Horseback team, I had a little driving team I used. Yeah.
Well, this goes right on over into George Creek, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
Mm-hmm. And over on the Bennett Ridge, you can get
Yeah,
to Bennett
Bennett
Ridge
Ridge.
this way there.
Bennett Ridge is where I killed my first elk.
Frank Huber place, the last place over here.
Well, then they got all cabins in
Yeah,
here.
I guess that's all. I haven't been out here since they built them cabins. We used to have a little old cabin there we lived in. Well, two of them had,
Deer,
yeah, a couple of them.
those white-tailed.
Whitetail, yeah.
Everything that those looked like.
Bullheads. Next grouse season's open too, is
Yeah.
it?
I'll let you shoot the head off one with this pistol if we see one.
What's open?
Grouse.
Oh,
Just about to get a shotgun out and bring it, but I thought, well, hell, with Gary here, why, he could head shoot him with that.
I'll shoot the head off, I'll hit him in the asshole, and they'll all his head left. Yeah, you know. I can't shoot it.
I can't eat it.
You could this one. Young scope on it.
Whose place is this,
I
Dad?
don't know. That's new to me.
That's one of those
Some of them
cabins.
summer homes.
Dad, you went to high school from here, didn't you?
Yeah.
When you was playing ball, you rode horseback into school, huh?
Well, I was driving that kid wagon.
Oh, even when you was going to school?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how I come to get it. Travis wanted to bid on and let me drive, have some money and go to school on.
Oh.
In the summertime, I'd work for him. Now, what do we got? Another new building.
Oh, they're
You've got a few
putting up,
cabins out here.
Yeah.
putting up underground utilities in there.
Yeah, that's all new.
Cabin. I don't know whose these belong to anymore.
Well, that's been a long time ago, back in 26.
Is that when you was up in here, huh, Dad?
Yeah.
Right up ahead here is an old house that you must have
You know,
remembered.
that's old Ed, can't think of his name now. He used to drive the kid wagon and drive me over bid him. Got it.
That's an old place, ain't it?
You know, he used to have to haul water.
Daddy, they didn't even have hunting seasons then, did they?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, did they regular seasons?
Mm-hmm.
But not elk season.
No, and elk season didn't open in 1927.
Yeah.
We lived over at the mill then.
Place over there.
You know, that's a new one. On the old place, I see this, hell, I can't think of his name. Just about. Well, them new, since I was in here,
lot of them live up here, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
Quite a few, yeah.
I can't figure why they figured it's such a summer place. Right in the breaks of George Creek.
Hotter than the neck.
Oh, yeah. With me, I'd went back in woods ways.
See, here we got choice.
Go down.
Go down.
Road here.
Somebody's built a cabin up in there. This used to be the main road.
Road
Got a
right
road
here.
down in there. Hell's all together different.
Blue and Kidwell's down in here.
Houses all over the place.
No, where was it in here? Your house?
Right here's Rosie's.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
Rosie.
Well, I'll drive down there just a little ways. No, right here. Now, there used to be a little cabin right there we lived in.
Right here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's another one right next to it. Then the spring was down over the hill. We had to carry water up.
Huh.
That's all together different in there. Yeah,
Now, Dad, who lived there? You and who?
well, stepdad and mother.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And there used to be a little cabin right here we had for chicken house. And damn mink got into him one night, went down there and killed that old mink there. Skinned him out, had that hide for a long time. Well, that old mill used to sit right back in there. Old
mill,
down
Dad?
now.
What mill was that?
Oh, Huber Mill. they call it.
Huber Mill.
Yeah.
Yeah, just well turn around here, 'cause going
Yeah.
out to the old
That's the end of the grand show up there.
And this is all road up that used to be hardly any timber in there at all.
Well, did they clear Dad back in here, have fields and stuff kinda, or?
No, there wasn't much out here.
Uh-huh.
Huber place over here, he had, of course, he's right in the breaks there, he had wheat field. But this up here, this is just all open. Used to be a big barn set up here, just, oh, wait, right here now a minute. Used to be a big barn set right back there where I kept my horses and cow. And then that's where the old mill sat. Foundation, it was there for a long time, then they got the building in here, they cleaned it up. No, it looks like a different place.
This is all evidently Ausman's back in
suppose.
here. I think it's Pep's.
And the trail used to go up this draw here, it comes out up in mountains there. We used to go up in there picking mushrooms every spring.
They cut in through here to get back over there by the Bennett Ridge
Yeah.
Road.
What's the name of this creek here, Dad?
Gosh, I don't know what they call it. Ain't much to it now, it used to be quite a creek here.
It was right up in the...
Yeah,
It runs pretty good in the spring.
used to run all summer long. And they got these old shacks tore down there where we lived. This is where I lived when Mom and I got married. We stayed out here for a little while and finished driving the kid bus. Yeah, she sure don't look the same. That's quite a while ago though, 26.
Yeah,
cabin way
Kidwell
down in there.
down in there.
Now that's right in the breaks, just
Yeah.
below there, plumb open.
See, that one Scheibe kid got this. Frank?
I
Wasn't it
don't
Frank
think
Scheibe?
so.
And then he lauded that all off, and
Mhm.
everybody thought he was crazier than
Yeah.
all. Bought that from Brown, didn't he?
I don't know who
I was thinking
then.
Brown had some at Lynham.
Ferris used to own it.
Yeah. I was thinking he bought a bunch of it from Brown and Bynum. Because they was an aunt and an uncle, I think, wasn't they? old
Stepdad lived here. We made wood, cut wood of the old, wasn't tree climbers they called them. It wasn't like them chainsaws.
Or that was before your dad passed away?
Hmm?
Your stepdad?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Billy. Well, Dad, now your real dad, Henry, he was a kind of a cook, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's
Camp cook and
cook,
sheep
you
camps
know.
and stuff. Or?
Yeah, in harvest fields.
Well, then when you was a kid, you used to go out and visit him, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Stay with him in the summers and stuff.
Stayed with him all summer.
How old was you when you did that?
Oh, that's about,
In your teens, or?
well, no. I was about probably 12 years old last time I was around him much.
You told one story one time. Tell it again about the when he killed that bear with the axe.
Oh, well, I was about 8 years, probably 9 years old then, just after it separated folks. And I went up with him to camp, and he used to stay all night there, and then lots of times we'd stay in camp for 2 or 3 days and let the herder go out. He'd take the trap wagon, go out and bring in what supplies needed. This night we got in camp there, they had corrals for their sheep every night on account of bears and coyotes so thick out here then. And that night the bears got in the corral, you could hear them knocking them sheep right and left. They jumped up in the tent there, and they only had the rifle the herder had there, a little old 25-35. He grabbed that, the herder did. Dad grabbed the little old axe there they had, the wood pile, and ran out there. And dark. The herder, he never hit anything with that rifle. One just started up over the fence on the bear. Dad threw that axe at him, cut him down the hips. The bear they got out of the bunch. There's about 3 of them bear out there. They probably killed a dozen sheep while they was in there. Seemed like they just knock them right and left just to be killing.
Where was that at, Dad?
I was out here on, what do they call it now?
But it was in this area.
Yeah, it was back behind the Diebel place and in there. They had certain camps they'd take every year. They'd keep them same camps. We'd go back far to Deer Flat, and used to be an old couple lived over there. They raised flower seeds, bulbs and stuff. We used to go up there from sheep camp and get eggs and stuff, butter.
Time to eat a donut yet?
For years after that, people out in here used to go there and dig up flower plants, bulbs and stuff, and get them started.
Where's Barkley's place now, Dex, up here, Jack's?
He sold it. He sold it out to Neil Ausman.
Oh, I thought he still had one place up here.
It's over on Cloverland.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well, he lives up Sultan Creek now, don't he?
Yeah, but
I was
he's got,
talking to him, and Virginia's taken off. They've already left, I think. They're just hooked to the bottom of a brand new fifth wheel, and they just hooked onto them. They're going around the world.
Who did?
Jack, you just see the United States Jack in Virginia.
Oh, really?
He said, we don't know where we're going, or how we're going, or when we'll be back, but he said, we'll see you some of these days. Sound like it's
Well, Dad, was it when did you live out here? Is that, did you ride the horseback trip from here down to Captain John to dances?
Oh, yeah.
That, I know you should tell us about that.
well, you'd have to start out a week ahead, wouldn't you?
We'd start out in the afternoon.
Which way would you go?
Go down Montgomery Ridge, down the old Fisher Trail.
Okay.
Fisher Gulch.
Uh-huh.
Going down there one time we'd go horseback, and we'd always start out some moonshine between the bunch of us. Be 4 or 5, maybe 6 of us go down Rogersburg and get some more moonshine after we got there. We're going down there on Montgomery Ridge, and we opened a bottle of her up there and lost the cork in the road. We was off down on our hands and knees looking around, and old Gotts come along. He was a road supervisor then. Had his crew down there working. They come along, they had to stop and wait till we found that cork. We went on down then, got drunker than they could come back next morning, just riding half asleep. You could just hear that old fiddle squeaking all the way out there. Yeah, nothing to go down there. Then we'd go over on Grouse Flat. the dances from over here too. We'd go down Old Rattlesnake Trail, go up the river, come up there. Grouse Flat, they called it, Flora.
You want to go out this way, or you want to go on up to Four Corners and go out the depot place?
Okay.
You want to go out here to Wallace Place?
It's just right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, some little pond there, yeah.
Yeah. Carl, he kind of redeveloped a little bit of that with a dozer and kept it kind of banked up there.
Just about straight across there is where our cabin set up. I went over there several times since we've been in town there and got some of them daffodils that set out there when we lived there.
Oh, really?
Used to be an old road to go in here.
Yeah, right there's part of it.
Old road head right in. And Gay, he loves to have a cow every summer. Bring out here a milk cow. And then I had a little corral built up there. We'd milk her and then just turn her out. She'd come in every night about milking time and she'd run out there in the woods and pasture. I made some home brew one time, put it in these gallon jugs and put the corks in and wired them in with copper wire. The corks. And then took them up there around the corral, my cow corral there. I dug holes and buried each gallon places here and there. Just a little ways up above the cabin. Sitting there all once you hear one of them corks pop and I'd make a run for the cow corral. Get a little bit of home brew out of it and the rest of it all spew out. So at the shop one time we drank pretty heavy then. Everybody's making home brew and moonshine. And got drunk, come home, Mom had done the washing. She washed my hand there for a long time. Had this tub of water sitting out on the back porch, and I got sick, and I made a run for the door, and I fell into that damn horse tub. Couldn't get out. She just sat there and watched me and laughed. Pretty soon she helped me out of there. Then later on, old Bill Chandler, was selling them wash machines and stuff. Coming up there demonstrating at our place one time. A whole bunch come in there around the camp. I happened to, I don't know, she canned some prunes up there too. Well, several days before that, and I put a gallon jug of that prune juice set behind the stove. Thought it would make good wine. Happened to see that there, and he was demonstrating. I got it out, and we all got to drinking. Got drunk, he sold several wash machines there. I bought Mom one, and several others bought them.
Hey, Daddy, didn't you say when you was here at the Ferris Mill, I heard you tell before that you and Mom was the first one to get a radio, right?
Yeah, I got one little old Crawley 3-2. Bought it from old, I forget what his name was, selling radios. Damn thing, shooting in, you just squeal and squall all at once. Maybe you'd get the station clear enough. Everybody'd come down there nights and sit there and listen to it. The little kids on the shoulder there farting, stinking. You ought to get rid of the thing. We had it for a long time.
Yeah, it says he just lived on being they get to farting and stinking.
Henry Steigers, he's one of the
Oh, Henry Steiger. Yeah, he was the aviator in Anatole, wasn't he?
Yeah, he had a little old plane out there. He used to fly into Moose Creek fishing. He wanted me to go with him one time, but I never had the guts enough to get the plane. Never have been in one of them. Wasn't long after that, he was flying up towards Spokane Rector up there on the top of the Lewiston Hill.
Well, when you lived at the mill, Dad, you guys would get out in the shop there. What was it you said you lifted one time and showed daylight under a big
Well,
wind?
they still built a mill when I first went to work out there, and the nigger cylinder weighed about 800 pounds, I guess it was, and we got drunk and got betting who could lift the most. We had a rope around it. just put daylight under, tried to. I was the only one that could put daylight under that thing.
800 pounds.
Yeah,
No.
right to the rope and over my shoulders, you know.
That's why your shoulders hurt?
I guess, back.
Well, then you told about when you broke PV handles.
Well, yeah, I could do that. At them can hook handles, small. TV handle a lot bigger. Can hook handles. I used so much lifting with it on the shoulder. The one I used most of the time got crooked even. The handle of it. I was working on the deck there at the mill, scaling logs out of the deck. Pond there. Feed and slip, they called it. Well, I had some old times during my life. Kid up. Still at it, I guess.
Daddy, when you go to them dances now, is there enough women to go around, or did you
Oh,
just...
yeah, there's women left. Kids, a lot of them big enough.
Yeah.
Like them girls.
Did you and Mom, after you got married, did you go to the dances much?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Did you ride horseback then too, Dad, a lot? or
No,
what?
just around the mill there. They had every Friday night, Saturday night, they'd have dances there in that old shop.
Oh, uh-huh.
Pretty, they'd clean it out enough so there's plenty of room in there.
The new cabin here, remember it when we come down the other day
Yeah.
from the lake?
Mhm.
Building right here beside the road.
Yeah. Well, that'd be better here, I think, than way over there in Georgia Creek.
I got one
This here.
What's he getting, donuts?
There's another cabin back out there.
Yeah, there's quite a few out that road.
Cabins all over the place.
I forget who they sent when we was in the Willows
One
with
out
Gilmer.
there.
He was saying somebody bought this place. This is Buzz Jensen's old place here. Somebody bought it.
All this stuff's growed up a lot of timber, bigger timber than it used to be.
Well, Daddy, there's enough timber right around the mill to run it for years, wasn't there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they run it after I went to work out Poplat.
Is that where they logged, right around the mill all the
Well,
time?
back in the timber a little ways, wasn't very far.
Yeah. Did it all with horses pretty much?
Yeah, when they're skidded with horses, hauling logs in winter time with horses, sleds. Old farmers come in their 4-horse teams and had them big old bunk sleds for logs. They'd furnish the sleds, company would, and then they farmers for hauling them logs in.
That do that in the winter time,
Yeah, deck them there at the pond.
And they wasn't farming with them.
Yeah.
Didn't you say Travie used to run a team in there with old Bert?
Old Bert.
He told what?
They're
Bert
up
warned Travie about that stump or
Yeah,
something?
they deck their logs out there in the fall. Get ready for the winter haul. And they're hauling from this deck down a little steep hill and right at the bottom out to turn a little and the stump's there. Every time you make that turn, well, the sleds would give a little bit, finally getting pretty close to that stump. Old Bert Kring, he come up, him and Travis, the ones hauling from that deck. And old Bert and son of Travis happened to be there loading up at that time. Bert coming back to get a load. Bert said, Travis says some son of a bitch's gonna hang up on that stump one of these times. Oh, Travis said, I don't think so. And a trip or two come back and old Bert, he'd hung up on that stump. Travis says, Bert, he said, I see some son of a bitch hung up on that stump. Oh, we've done great old times there.
said old Bert to tell Travis, he said, stand back, Travis, and let me get these big sons of bitches in there. This little team.
Well, wasn't there a Virgil clock too?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's the oldest one.
He was a carpenter, wasn't he,
Yeah.
Dad?
Mhm.
I remember that when
He
was
helped
a
build that
building.
barn. Him and old Jake Diebel. Jake Diebel's the one that's hired to build that barn at Jay's. Virgil was there and I was there and helped build it.
Maybe that's what I remember. I don't remember, because I can remember him building someplace
You
up on
know,
the
that was
50s.
that barn.
They're down from Jay's.
Yeah.
Now where's that go?
That goes on out to Dale's.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, that loops on around back out the highway, and this goes into the Diebel place. This is the main old
Oh,
mountain.
yeah, no, I know where I'm at. Used to be an old sawmill stuck
Yeah.
out in here.
Yeah.
God, there's sawmills all over up
Well,
there.
Oh, yeah.
Osman's came in. Now, who was his dad? Ralph?
Ralph and his
boy. His name was Dean.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
they
when I
lived out
started
there at
running
old
my
Diebel
name
place.
in.
Yeah.
I was getting his mail over.
That's June's brother, Dad.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
I was working there at Potlatch then, and old George wanted me to come up and show Ralph about logging and one thing, and I said, hell, I didn't want nothing to do with it.